Hello, and welcome to this I'm Possible Life podcast. I am your host, Lisbeth Koning, and in this is the second episode of a series that I've just started in talking about, well, specifically to women in their 40s, dealing with perimenopause and symptoms and all of the things that seem to be happening and shifting at this age. So I'm officially 1 week into both my journey into HRT, hormone replacement therapy, and using sound frequency vibrations. And I'll tell you, it has been a wonderful week. Here are some of the things that have gone really well. Is that one, I'm just feeling stronger in my workouts. Just overall in general, I feel like they're working better again. Two, my sleep has never been better. And I can't tell you if it's because of the hormones or the sound frequency, the sleep well one that I'm listening to. I put it on very quiet so I can't even hear it all night long. And I kid you not, like last night, I never woke up to pee at all. And maybe that's normal for you, but it has not been normal for me for years. I wake up at least once, if not twice, 3 times, go to the bathroom, drink water, go back to sleep. Um, and having that interrupted sleep, it really can affect you. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just like I drink a lot or something like that. But I'm drinking just as much and I'm sleeping throughout the whole night. So, very happy about that. And then also my irritability has gone down. I'm feeling much more grounded in my body. So, I'll keep updating you. We'll see how that progresses as I continue using both of those things. I still highly recommend checking out the podcast episode. It was on, I don't know, I'll put it in the show notes. But getting the Soak app, you can get a 30-day free trial using the connection through Gabby's app. Also this week, my focus of things that have been coming up a lot is I had a person reach out to me and ask me, like, how do you make all of your friend connections and how do you find the people that you're connecting with? And she was feeling really exhausted. I had been encouraging her to find her people, to get out there. And she said she'd finally found some people that she felt like she connected with, but when she messaged them, they told her that they didn't have the bandwidth to build a relationship. And she was feeling tired of the rejection, is what she called it. And so I talked to her about shifting your mindset on that, right? See that you're finding people that you're connecting more with as driftwood, as Gabby Bernstein would say. That's driftwood, that the people who are your people are on their way. And if they don't have the bandwidth for you, then those ones aren't specifically your people, but you're getting better at recognizing what you're looking for in a friend and who you want to connect with. And you have to remain in the belief that they are out there, right? You have to stay open to creative possibilities. You need to allow the universe to do the work to connect you. And this week, I hosted a camping trip for a social group that I'm in. And there were a couple people that I already knew who joined in. And so, of course, it was great to see them. But then that I knew before. But then there were also new people that I'd never met who joined in on this. And I'm like, how have I never met you? Like, I want to know you better. I feel like we connect on so many levels. I am so excited that we have met and we've connected and we can grow this friendship. And that happens to me all the time. It's like if you put yourself out there, like it can be a scary thing to host a camping trip and you don't know who's going to sign up, right? And who's going to join in. But these beautiful connections come out of it. So if you don't normally like find a meetup group or find a social group where the point is meeting in person, go to an event even though you don't know anybody. I was talking with some of them and about this topic, and they were like, yeah, my friends told me, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like, you're what? You're going on a camping trip with people that you've never met, right? And the thing is, if you lean into that discomfort, beautiful things can come from it, right? What's the worst that can happen? You're on the trip and there's not really anyone that you really connect with, and you still got to be out in nature, and you can be proud that you pushed yourself and that you tried something new. And and the best that can happen is that you can find some new besties, people that you connect with. But it's not going to happen if you get into thinking that just because something doesn't work out, that it's rejection. That's a mindset that I do want us to address. There are so many reasons why it might not work out, and it might not be the right time for them, or you never know what is going on in somebody's life. You have absolutely no idea. But the thing is, you don't need to know because it's not your journey. Okay. So don't personalize any of that. If someone doesn't want to hang out with you, it has nothing to do with you. I'm telling you, it can be hard to realize that, but like I've had enough situations in my life where I've realized, like I've come to find out, oh wow, that person had that going on at that point. Yeah, that really did have nothing to do with me. Even if I had direct attacks on me, but it wasn't about me. Don't personalize it, right? You are only responsible for yourself. Which brings me to another thing that has been coming up this week, and that is the reminder that we can have control of our own internal thermostat, right? The thermostat is a thing that you can turn, that is the temperature that you're at. I lived a lot of my life as the thermometer, not the one in charge, right? Depending on what someone said to me, the energy they came into the room with, right? Especially if it was someone who was like a leader to me or like a authority figure, I was very affected by their mood and what they said, and it could cause me to like from go from like really happy to depressed and angry and sad, right? And I'd feel like I was like this little boat on this big wave, just thrown around. But when I realized that I could be in control and other people, I could not give permission to for other people to have that effect on me. I was so much happier, right? Right? Someone else can have their fit. Someone else can throw shade at you, but it doesn't have to go in, right? It doesn't mean that I never reflect or think, what truth could there be in that? Like we could take those moments, but emotionally staying regulated. And it doesn't happen right away. And it's not always that way because we have, like, if you know anything about IFS therapy, there are these parts of us that want to protect us. So there might be a situation that mentally brings you back to childhood and that protector part comes out and you have this response and then like later you're like, oh my god, I thought I was past that. Why am I responding like that still? No, 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 no. You say to yourself, of course I responded like that, of course I did. And you give yourself that compassion, and then you take that moment to be like, but I know that I don't have to respond that way anymore, right? And you tell that part of yours, it's okay. I've got it now. You did a really good job protecting me when I was younger, and I very much appreciate that. But we're going to do it a different way, and you don't have to worry. You can relax. All right. That's IFS therapy. It's beautiful. And once you start using that in your life, you can see the power that it can have for you to be able to be your own thermostat and be in control of your emotional well being and your regulation. And once you learn how to self regulate better, that gives you so much power in every situation in your life. And it makes you um, a nice grounding source for the people in your life that you love because you can help them co regulate with you. All right. That is what I have for you this episode. Those were the mindset things that I was dealing with this week. I will check back in with you next week and give you an update. If these are any of these things are things that you are dealing with, or that are coming up in your life and you have questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram, Lisbeth_Koning. On there and in my link tree, you can sign up for one-on-one coaching with me or check out my mindset course. Or you can listen back on this podcast to all the previous episodes. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I will talk to you again soon.